मैच है साउथ अफ्रीका और ऑस्ट्रेलिया का। थोड़ा बेंगलुरु एक्सेंट आ गया, पर ठीक है। सार, guys, we are here for the WTC final. Hello there, mate. Rehan, we're gonna go to the UK.
बट
So,
यूके नहीं है, मतलब इंग्लैंड नहीं है. इट्स
obviously,
ऑस्ट्रेलिया एंड साउथ अफ्रीका.
correct.
गेट
It's
द ऑस्ट्रेलियन एक्सेंट.
I can't do it, mate. Let's go forward with the Hindi accent. अरे मैं ये बोल रहा था कि अभी मैच है इंग्लैंड इंग्लैंड में. So guys, we have the WTC final upon us. It's gonna start on the 11th, conclude on the 16th. Hopefully, weather does not play a part uh, in the match. So it's gonna be South Africa's first ever WTC final. Obviously, Australia the defending champions. और ये पूरा साल ऐसा ही रहा है कि it's the first win for teams that have not ever won a title. We saw RCB win the IPL. Do you think it's gonna be South Africa's year?
They are the dark horses in this for sure. But look at the number of test matches
Their
that
captain
Australia have.
is a dark horse indeed. Okay, sorry.
Look at the number of test matches that Australia have played, and look at the number of test matches that South Africa have played. So the difference is a little gaping there. But the record that South Africa has had, I think Bavuma as a captain has played 9 test series, won 8 and drawn 1. So he is not lost up till now. So that is something remarkable. But see, Australia being Australia, uh, they are the favorites going into this, calling spade a spade. But massive favorites, I would say. But they'll give a fight for sure, South Africa.
So, as far as I can tell, in terms of South Africa, uh, I remember during last year's IPL, they had sent their B squad to New Zealand and they had won 2-0. I mean, it was players full of their T20 league. They had been sent to play test series in New Zealand, where New Zealand had not lost for some X number of years, and they had won 2-0. That tells you something about the character of the team. That tells you that they do value their red ball cricket in terms of resources available to them. And there are standout match winners in the team. Obviously, Kagiso Rabada coming out of that controversy has to prove himself. Keshav Maharaj, an experienced campaigner. You've got experience in Aiden Markram and Temba Bavuma. But one player I would like to watch out for is Tristan Stubbs. He has had an outstanding domestic South Africa season. Man, I mean, he is like Karun Nair in domestic terms. He has just scored runs and tons of runs, and he'll be a key member of South Africa's middle order batting lineup. Their wicketkeeper Ryan Rickelton also has been in superb form. So I think looks great that number 3, 4, 5 are quite experienced. That is where I think uh, their strength lies in, because as you said, Australia walk into this standout favorites, but ऑस्ट्रेलिया का भी कुछ ऐसा बैट्समैन का ना गेम टाइम रहा है, ना उन लोगों ने आईपीएल में रन्स बनाए. साउथ अफ्रीका हैव प्लेड warm up match against Zimbabwe, where they did get a decent outing. But in terms of Australia, Steve Smith, no match practice. Manas Labuschagne, no match practice. हाँ, bowlers को काफी match practice रही है in terms of Hazlewood, Stark and Cummins. But obviously 4 overs के spells is nothing in comparison to 20-25 overs a day. So that is something that they'll have to work around. Nathan Lyon is there, obviously quite experienced campaigners. You can rely on them each like any day, but I mean kabhi to age factor play in karega na. Matlab, I think these guys are too old now. This might be the last time you see them playing all together. Maybe if they win this year, then Nathan Lyon takes a retirement. We don't know with the Ashes coming up, but kuch bhi ho sakta hai.
Definitely, anything is possible, but I want to praise the consistency.
Correct.
You see the
Yeah,
last year's final, and you can directly tell me the 11 that Australia played, and look
exactly.
at
Yeah,
the 11 that they're playing with now. I mean,
correct.
that is pure gold. I mean, that is something that even we as Indian cricket should aspire at and be consistent with our 11. I mean, it's so good to see that in their cricket, it's more about the team rather than the individual.
Correct.
And they believe that this team can carry forward the weight for the next cycle also. And
Exactly.
impressive player in Bo Webster, I think.
Yeah,
Whether he gets into the 11, that's a different debate. But against India, when he played the last time around, he seemed impressive. One more probably corridor of uncertainty would be whether Scott Boland plays, but I don't think he will get a place because Josh Hazelwood has been brilliant and rightly so. He should start ahead of any other bowler. But you rightly said that age is definitely a factor. You see, Usman Khwaja is also pretty senior in that setup with Lyon as well, Stark as well. So they'll have to have a succession planning in place also to get in somebody like a Sean Abbott in the future. Batters they'll have to see, figure out who is the right replacement. But as far as this particular match is concerned, I think they are pretty well sorted out and they should be favorites.
so only two things that we need to worry about from an Australian point of view. Pat Cummins did confirm that Steve Smith will bat at number four. So with Cameron Green out of injury and in contention for uh, the the playing 11, where do you fit him? Because Usman Khawaja will be one standout opener. Would you have him partner with Sam Constas, who was absolutely brilliant on that India tour, or you would have someone with the experience of Cameron Green open and then or something like that? So you also that also depends if they go in with Sam Constas and Cameron Green is like bats at number six or something, then there's no place for Webster, right?
Right. But I just think Sam Constas should open because it will be very difficult for Cameron Green, who has not been playing for a while, to just directly go in and open in a condition where
He's
a
been
new
playing
ball is
county
going to
cricket.
be. Definitely, but the new ball is a threat. So I feel if you
Correct,
don't
yeah.
have that international experience, maybe he could not fit in that opener spot. That is what I think. But as you rightly said, see, he has played county cricket. There are no two ways about it. South Africa's major plus point is their bowling, is what I think. It's for both the teams, but even for South Africa, if you see Rabada and Gidi, and especially I think the difference would be Dane Patterson. I think he has
Yeah,
also played county cricket for Nottinghamshire and he is brilliant with his pace.
correct,
They would require a workhorse bowler, somebody who bowls in back to back, and that bowler would be Vihan Mulder for me.
correct, yeah,
He is
yeah,
supposedly a bowling all rounder.
yeah.
Haven't seen him bat enough, but yeah, uh,
So
good player to watch out for.
if I'm looking at openers, I think Tony D Zorzi does open
Hmm, correct.
uh
Along with
with
Rickleton, I feel.
yeah Rickleton. Then you'll have Markram at three,
Bakram.
Bavuma at four. Then you'll have Stubbs at number five. Then who do you have as a number six? That is
I
something
think
interesting.
Bedingham is also one player, David
Correct, yeah.
Bedingham.
So
I think
Bellingham
maybe
will be
he
your
could.
numbers. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
go
he
on.
could be five. Stubbs would be six.
So
Mulder
then
seven.
yeah, seven Mulder,
Rabada eight.
eight no, eight will be Marco Jansen,
Jansen.
nine Keshav Maharaj, and then Rabada and Lungi. So
Correct.
all
That
in
would be
all,
my 11.
yeah, all in all, I think it looks a formidable setup. More obviously, you have more match winners in Australia, but the strength, the kind of combination that South Africa are going in with, and the pitch at Lord's is on a slope, and it does have variable bounce on day three, day four. So that is something that you associate with South Africa, variable bounce on day three, day four, day four. So I think they are accustomed to the conditions, but I think it's a big match. So if I were the captain of any side, I would win the toss and choose to bat first, hands down.
It's an unused wicket. It's early summers in the UK.
Yeah,
So I think even batting first would be the right choice. And just one change maybe in the 11. I mean, not a change, but a point of debate. You could probably play Corbin Bosch instead of Mulder. I mean, that is something that can be debatable because both are bowling all rounders, fast bowling all rounders. So you can have a toss up between the two.
correct. So
But big responsibility on Eden Markram as a
and
number
Temba
three, I
Bavuma
think.
as well because he's your
Mbappe
captain.
Bum.
Yeah, and number
Correct.
four captains playing in England have not done well in recent pasts. Some have retired as well. So Rehan, who will be your players to watch out for? Two from each side.
I think Markram and Rabada for me from South Africa, big players, big match. I'm expecting them to be the match winners for South Africa. For Australia, I think it's very obvious batsmen pick themselves. It's Smith, of course. And I think in the bowling department, I would be looking out for Hazelwood.
And who do you think will win?
See, it's the year where miracles have happened. South Africa haven't won an international trophy in, I don't know, maybe 2 decades. So I'm hoping that they come out victorious. South Africa for me.
So my players to watch out for from South Africa would be obviously Aiden Markram for me as well in terms of batsmen, and I would go in with a more niche choice. I would like to see Keshav Maharaj. He's been an experienced campaigner, been here, and obviously you would not expect spin to play a big role, and that is somewhere I think where the strength of Keshav Maharaj lies. When nothing is expected out of him, he comes and delivers, and when a lot of expected, he does not deliver. So I think a good contest would be there between the Australian middle order and him. And in terms of Australia, my eyes would be on Pat Cummins, the captain. Haven't seen him captain any side in a very long time in terms of Australia. I don't remember when he last played. I think it was the BGT or something, and he was absolutely outstanding as captain in terms of changes, in terms of everything. How did he approach? Got Sam Constas in mid through the series. So that is great. And my batsman to watch out for would be Manas Labuschagne. He did not have a good India-Australia series. His spot was under the scanner and he scored a century. This time there's a debate, Ricky Ponting and everyone is saying that he might just open with Usman Khawaja. You might not see him at number 3. तो देखना होगा कैसे स्कोर करता है वो एंड ऑब्वियसली इंग्लैंड है स्मिथ से एक्सपेक्टेशन रहेगा वो कि वो रन बनाएगा बट इफ स्मिथ एंड लाबुशेन फायर टुगेदर साउथ अफ्रीका इज आउट ऑफ द race completely. So, and even though I know, I hope that South Africa wins, I want Australia to win. My second favorite team after India has always been Australia. That's why I didn't mind Australia beating India too much as my friends were mad. But yeah, I want Australia to win the second WTC title because they deserve it. They have played like champions in the BGT, in the all decisive BGT, and I don't think South Africa is as strong as India were 3 months back. So that is something I want. And I think apart from that, nothing else to discuss. We'll be back post the WTC final with the India England series as well. And we guys will keep you engaged with our content during the WTC final as well. So that's the end of my monologue, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.